Hello subscribers and YouTube watchers, what's up? I'm Weebs from Slide Nerd. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to make this professional looking calculator for your Android tablet. Now remember, this is for a tablet that is 7-inch or 10-inch tablet. For a mobile device, this probably would need some modifications, and again, as you guys can clearly see, this looks good only in the landscape mode. In the portrait mode, this would look very shitty. So again, this is very simple with a relative layout or table layout, but bam, my challenge is to make this only using linear layouts. Now if you guys have seen my previous videos about layout, gravity, Android gravity, layout, weight and stuff like that, you guys will easily understand this. Otherwise, I strongly suggest that you go back and check some other videos out on linear layout which I have posted in my playlist. So moving on, here when you see this calculator, if you're a beginner, you're completely blank right now. You're wondering what the hell should I do, whether it's a horizontal linear layout, vertical linear layout, how the hell should I start, right? So here's my suggestion. Whenever you see something like this and you want to make it, the first thing, identify the major blocks. That means if you see these 8 buttons, probably 10 buttons over here, they are grouped together in a nice block, right? And then you have all these buttons grouped together in the major block. Again, there is this edit text over here inside which we enter our values, and here we have this clear button, right? So let's actually try to find out some relationships based on the positions. First, you have the edit text, then you have the button. Now as you guys can clearly see, they are one beside each other. That means they are inside a horizontal linear layout. Very simple, right? Then as I said, you have this complete block. Now let's not worry about the details of the block for now. Let's just keep the block as it is, alright? And then you have this complete block. Again, don't worry about what layout this is. This is actually 2 linear layouts. Now they can be horizontal, vertical, we'll figure that out soon. But for now, as you guys notice, this block is right beside this block, and that means they are inside a horizontal linear layout. Now take a look, the brown rectangle and the green rectangle, they are actually 2 blocks, right? And they are one below each other. That means they are inside a vertical linear layout, and that's our simple calculator app. As you guys can see, it just took 2 to 3 minutes hardly to break down what it is made up of. Let's go ahead and find each blocks in detail and see what they are made of from, right? So now since we have talked stuff about at a high level, it's time to dig deep down and find out what is the actual structure of each of these blocks. So here, if I take about my sine, cos, tan, pi, log, have this vertical linear layout because these 5 buttons are one below each other. And then I have my in, log, e raised to and the root symbol. Again, they are in a vertical linear layout because these 5 buttons are also one below each other, right? Now that means if you see this block and this block, they are one beside each other, and that means they are inside a horizontal linear layout. Bam, pretty simple, right? Now of course you guys are probably asking, hey, why vertical linear layout, why not horizontal? I can also say sine is near in, cos is near log. Well, you can do that. Take a look at this. Sine and in are inside a horizontal linear layout, cos and log, tan and e, pi and the raised to, factorial and the root. Now they are all inside horizontal linear layout, and all these horizontal linear layouts are one below each other, and that means they are inside a vertical linear layout. Now these are 2 ways to take the same problem and break it into pieces. Now which ones should you use? That's the biggest question, right? Here you take, there are 3 objects. This pink one is a linear layout and these 2 blue linear layouts, right? Now here you have 6 objects. Now remember, take that one which has the least number of objects, because ultimately performance is what you want, right? So we are going to discard the second one and we are going to only stick with a horizontal linear layout in this case. Same way we can go ahead and break this block down. Let's actually go and find out what this block is made up of. So now when I talk about this block, again you can break it down in many ways, but what I find is the best is probably what I'm going to discuss over here. I have this horizontal linear layout inside which 7, 8, 9 divided by, and the left bracket are horizontally placed one near each other. Same way for 4, 5, 6, multiply and the other bracket, right? And then what I have is I have 1, 2, 3 and the minus sign only inside this blue colored horizontal linear layout. Now the reason why I don't have the equals to is because equals to is taking double the space vertically, right? And this structure is actually a complex structure. If you guys take a look over here, 0 takes double the space horizontally, equals to takes double the space vertically, and this cannot be achieved with a simple plain linear layout. So we'll have to actually make this composite, and that's what exactly I'm trying to do over here. Again, I have 0, dot and the plus inside another horizontal linear layout. And now if you guys see, these 2 horizontal linear layouts are one below each other, and that means they're inside this red colored vertical linear layout. And again, I have my equals to near this red colored block, right? The red block and the equal to symbol are horizontal to each other, and that means they are inside a horizontal linear layout, right? And this is my brown box. The brown box, the green box and the pink box are one below each other, and that means they are inside a vertical linear layout. Bam! There you go, guys. I've broken down the complete calculator user interface into only linear layouts. So let's actually go ahead and see what can be done and conclude our result with this, because in the next vid I'm gonna jump into Eclipse and start working on this. Alright, so just to get you guys the overall picture once in your eyes, here you go. There's the edit text, there's the button, horizontal linear layout, sine, cos, tan, pi, the factorial. Then I have the vertical linear layout, in, log, e, raised to, and the root. I have the vertical linear layout, 7, 8, 9, divide by in the left bracket. I have the horizontal linear layout, 4, 5, 6, multiply, the closing bracket, bam, horizontal linear layout, 1, 2, 3, and minus, horizontal, 0, dot, plus, horizontal, and these two are one below each other, so they are vertical. There is the equal to sign, this block, the brown one, and this equal to sign, one near each other, so horizontal, and these three blocks are one below each other, vertical. Bam, that's our complete app. And of course there is one more thing that remains to do, that is this orange block, and the pink block. They are one near each other, that means they are inside this horizontal linear layout. And ultimately this horizontal linear layout and this green colored box, they are one below each other, and there you go, that's our vertical linear layout. Wow, that's a complex structure, isn't it, guys? Well, I would love to hear comments from you guys on this one, because this is gonna be damn complicated. But if you can make this using only linear layouts, you can make any user interface in Android device. That's my challenge to you guys. So here I'm gonna go ahead into Eclipse in the next video, jump into it, and let's get this plain dirty up and running. Right, before that, let me show you also the portrait appearance of this user interface. If you see the portrait mode, this is probably what is expected from you guys. You can go ahead and try this out. I'm not going to design the portrait mode in my video, because the landscape mode itself is going to take like a complete hour to record and stuff. You can rearrange the controls based on what you have learned, and you can make the portrait mode also for your mobile. Now this will also look good on a mobile phone, provided this font sizes are made nice, and the buttons obviously take entire available space, right? So let's get our hands dirty in the next video, guys. Looking forward to see you guys in the next vid. If you like what you saw, please subscribe to my channel, comment, let me know your thoughts. I would love to hear from you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Have a nice day.